Grand Rising citizens, this is the Neo Tokyo News Broadcast. A $13 trillion economy on the rise, magnificent milestones achieved by the news team, Elio's return into the Citadel, digital real estate maxis, a deep dive into the greatly loved Illuvium, crypto involvement of gaming giants like Epic Games, and much more. Live from the heart of the Citadel, bringing you a recap for your week in Neo Tokyo. Here's what's making news. Greetings to the listeners of the Neo Tokyo News Broadcast. I am your host, Outer Citizen Shumsi number 769, bringing you the news powered by the NT News team. Big news made rounds in the week that GALA Games plans to hitchhike with Epic Games to launch a battle royale called Grit, complete with gameplay NFTs. In the article, Sprockets outlines how Epic has accepted the game to launch via their store, and the game will be free to play with the quote, crypto side being separate, end quote. This is a great foot in the door for GALA Games since launching future games on Epic may now be part of GALA's plan. Sprockets concludes with tying up Grit's gunslinging Wild West theme with the violently unpredictable reality that we live daily here in Cryptoland. And speaking of unpredictable, feelings on the Ethereum scaling solution Optimism ironically turned to pessimism following a report that $15 million of the OP governance tokens were stolen in a botched transaction. Phoenix Down goes on to stating how the hack circumstances were astonishing since a wrong address was provided to Optimism's team where Wintermute's CEO admitted their fault by saying, "We made a serious error," an understatement to say the least. After the attack, Optimism sent an additional $20 million of OP tokens to Wintermute, but this time the market maker had put up $50 million in USDC as collateral. How should a project maneuver around a hack of this sort? How should a community react? We would love to hear your input on the respective channels within the Citadel. Oh, and don't forget to check if you qualify for the airdrop mentioned in news issue number 225. And now, 227 issues of NT News carved through blood, bites, sweat, tears, tweets, and Discord. 227 pistons powering this machine created to serve the community by bringing the ins and outs of the Citadel right to you. 227 days of non-stop, undeniable alpha reported to us in bytes that we can consume and capitalize on. With all that goes on within the Citadel, the news team continues to stay one step ahead. Soon, a Bytes-fueled subscription service is in the mix to help support and grow our team. With that comes exclusive content, whitelists, access to private channels, and much more. You can find us on the Neo Tokyo website, the new home of NT News, where holders and non-holders can join us on our trailblazing journey. Forking Tonight. No, I'm not trying to tease crypto bros with something they know nothing about. Forking Tonight is the name of the builder who popped into Purge Club over the week and showed us a glimpse of the project he's working on. Meta Listings is an all-in-one platform that aggregates all Metaverse NFTs into one exchange. With his co-founder D Moments, who is a realtor and has worked the last 7 years in the industry, the aim is to eliminate the current pain points of how Metaverse NFTs are traded, aka Sandbox, OpenSea, or any other platform. The idea is to create a hub for everything Metaverse. The project is looking for several devs, data scientists, and marketing influencers to onboard the team. Check them out via the Meta Listings XYZ Twitter account. Create a place that you want to live in and welcome others to do the same. These ideas matter. Damon Needs to Create is back again, this time teaching the citizens about the importance of helping new citizens navigate within the Citadel and make them feel at home. Damon also outlines how there is no project like Neo Tokyo in his edition, A Metacity for Builders. He mentions how other things like whitelists, alpha, and other avenues of individual gain are not bad, but are not the driving focus of our long-term vision for success, for things that actually matter. Friends made through the Citadel should be top priority. And our old friend Master Elio graced the Citadel with his presence talking about the formation of the new Community Leads Council, formed by himself and Becker, consisting of a group of citizens who are here for you with the sole purpose of facilitating and supporting initiatives that bring growth and value to their fellow citizens. The list of builders within the council included prominent faces such as Dr. JPEG, Firestorm, Felix Norden, and Slime, to name a few, who would now spearhead the facilitation of an era that fosters communication, structure, and growth of the community by the community. With progress on several fronts such as community engagement, anti-community site, anti-lore, tokenomics, and establishing an approval process for funding proposals, the pioneers of the earliest phases of the metaverse are here when the best is truly yet to come. Elio also goes on to speaking about citizen projects where he mentions the importance of establishing projects that provide value to NT and not take it away. This is how CityCap was designed, to keep value inside Citadel walls, ensuring that this is not a value extraction. Citizen Capital, by the way, is officially Neo Tokyo's external fund. The CityCap Genesis team writes how they'd like to thank the grandma dunking and super sus duo of Becker and Elio for working with them to provide value to the NT citizens. The goal of the partnership is to create an external fund that is exclusive to NT holders and allows its citizens to invest in early stage projects. The fund receives its startup funding from the Neo Tokyo DAO, but is set to become self-sustaining within a month. Elio also came out to say that we have worked hard to ensure CityCap is going to truly be for the good of the lands. Exciting stuff. And now it's time for an intermission. Like what you hear? Well, then look no further and dial ntnews.eth into your wallets. That's ntnews.eth into your wallets and give us all of the Ethereum that you would have rather wasted on another useless 10k PFP project. Yes, that's ntnews.eth. Give us all the Ethereum that you're wasting on gas fees and let us give you an ROI on the new economy that we've created. An economy called Read News to Earn. Neo Tokyo brings you magnificent returns on your attention. All you have to do is dial ntnews.eth into your wallets and don't be shy. Thank you for listening and we appreciate your support. Back to the show. If you're invested in Illuvium, you don't want to miss this. Ozone deep dove into the game for their review recently. The self-described crypto gaming enthusiast who reads too many white papers gives us a first-hand account of his experience playing the private beta version while discussing the overall project. Check out the full article on Ozone's blog via his Twitter to catch a taste of how he thinks Illuvium can be a lightning rod for Web3 game space that moves the space for the next era. And now, fashion is the next Web3 space to take off. A-Kings, led by the founder Alan King and marketing lead S1 Citizen, sorry for butchering your name, Dare, is the new exciting project on the horizon, building in full speed. Based around New York streetwear, A-Kings has dressed celebs such as Dwight Howard, Kyle Kuzma, and Trippie Redd. So what does fashion have to do with NFTs? Where to earn? The premise is simple. The brand rewards holders for wearing their items in real life and in the metaverse. Why? The brand enjoys visibility and promotion on the physical and digital fronts while you have some cool metaverse clothes in your metaverse closet. If you want to have your PFP outfitted with A-Kings, you can DM the team via their Discord or Twitter for more information to up your drip in the metaverse. Also in the week, Degenerate Consultant dropped an update on the citizen-led Web3 consultancy firm Green Candle Consulting, where the company that started off named Blue Pill Consulting is now gearing into crypto management and tech consultancy sphere. With services for crypto and NFT projects, teams on deck, and plans to scale into private sector companies, there's a lot on their horizon. For a further deep dive, feel free to check out the Green Paper on the Green Candle website and feel free to DM or at the team via the NFT and Web3 consultant thread within the Builders channel in Neo Tokyo. Hopium made its way into the Citadel via an article written by Kaz deep diving into how the metaverse will become a $13 trillion industry by 2030. Citi released a report titled Metaverse and Money, mentioning the components of the metaverse and how they relate to investment opportunities. Citi explained their beliefs that the metaverse will become the next generation of the internet, with use cases stretching as far as gaming, commerce, art, smart manufacturing, healthcare, and much more. They also identified early investment opportunities in these 5 key sectors: the operating systems connecting people and content, blockchain that decentralizes economic systems and ownership of digital assets, natural user interfaces such as voice control and gestures for greater user immersion, extended reality (XR) headsets, and cloud networking infrastructure. Although there is promise, Citi did caution that the space is still emerging and the infrastructure and tech is still underdeveloped. More on the report via the link on the news issue. On to the NT Community Lead's progress update. For a proposal to be approved, it needs to be presented in a concise, written format to the leads and then receive at least 12 yes votes from the 19-member group. The proposal then heads over to Becker for a final approval and funding. The first role to be given in Neo Tokyo and the first department formed in our METACITY was the press. After working as volunteers for 9 months of NT's existence, several of the news team's members began to burn out and the team needed some financial support. The proposal sought out an initial stipend of $30,000 from the NT Treasury treasury, and the funds were to be used by the NT News team over a period of 3 months to become financially self-sufficient. This was the first proposal to be approved by Becker. The second proposal was to have NT officially partner with and support citizen-led Bytes-fueled investment DAO Citizen Capital. Great projects emerging from the Citadel as usual. Another great citizen-led project, Non-Fungible Arcade and the Citadel have partnered up to bring you an NT Plays Super Smash Bros. Duos tournament where you can participate for prizes such as whitelist for S2 citizens. Please fill the form circulating around to opt in to participate and stand a chance to win. More info on NFA's Twitter page. I am dying from illnesses that are wreaking havoc on my body. Any money I made will just go to my family and I will disappear after that. But not before this feeling of guilt has released from me. If that sounds familiar to you, then you have probably been visited with this mysterious Twitter thread floating around about how an anonymous entity will be releasing 137 GBs of Telegram group chats and messages. Chats about sexual assault, pedophilia, private mansions, assassinations, and many more dirty secrets that allegedly belong to the several influencers we follow on Twitter. Bad Future writes in the article how this could all be an elaborate joke, perhaps posted with the purpose of an attention-seeking anon who trolled crypto Twitter for fun, right? But you know what is actually fun? NFT NYC meetups with your fellow citizens. Yes, Citizen Mayhem posted another update on their invite to all S1s to meet in NYC during the NFT NYC event, where he invites S1s to his apartment for some drinks, socializing, and lighthearted conversations about building, of course. There's no cap on the number of citizens that can attend, but if you do attend, please RSVP via the post on the Neo Tokyo News Team's page on the NT website. Are you going all in on digital real estate? Well, then you've probably heard of TYKES. Ryan Pineda, who is a well-renowned builder of successful enterprises, entrepreneur, and real estate investor, is now leveraging all of his resources and connections into making TYKES one of the most highly anticipated NFT launches on the horizon. The project's main focus remains to provide extensive real-world value to holders and to form a community that will be fertile ground for people to get educated and find the support and connections they need to build their own projects and achieve their goals among the opportunities that digital real estate is fostering. Ryan did mention that he would like citizens to have a good opportunity to get whitelisted for TYKES, which is definitely not a project you want to overlook. And now, on to our final news for the week. Raffles or first come first serve? This is not regarding a sneaker release, by the way. The discussions regarding the whitelist marketplace are still underway as internal debates outline the pros and cons of each option. Several citizens suggest a raffle would be more fair and likely to burn more bytes, while others raise concerns about the possibility of high gas fees interactions with the raffle system. A potential issue with first come first serve emerged in the shape of leaks, where people could leak the times of anticipated drops to their friends to ensure a seat at the theater. Despite the supposed hiccups arising from first come first serve, Chronicle outlined that the spots will be announced with a time for opening and closing that can even be seen on the site, which can then be adjusted to whatever we want. For big, hyped projects, we will have a much larger window to give people more time to prepare. Chronicle also ensured that this is an iterative process that will improve over time. What do you think is the best way to go about this? We would value your input within the channels of the Citadel to help take this platform to the next level. Regardless of the end result, it's always great to see feedback and discussion floating about within the Citadel. And that is all for this week's Neo Tokyo News broadcast. This has been your host, Outer Citizen Shumsey number 769, bringing you the Neo Tokyo News, powered by the NT News team. Music brought to you by the team at Music Mainet. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast and look forward to serving you day in and day out. Until next time, data streams connecting our minds, tying Neo Tokyo together.